Alright, so let's revisit this Goodwin Racing version 2 strut brace. So what I did to remember I had a problem with the cable right here rubbing. You can actually see kind of hard to tell, but you actually see a little spot right here where my thumb is. Yeah, you guys can't see it. Anyways, where my thumb is, I can actually see it rubbing right there. So what I decided to do is file the hose so that way I could scoot this brace all the way back as far as back I can. And you can't get that much because right here, let me lift this up a little bit. So right there you see there's a little step right in there. That step clears this the top of the strut right here, and it hits like that. So it basically hits right there. That's the most you could clear. So look at this side. So see how much space there is right there, right? Compared to this side, right? The two sides. So I had to file, the hose a little bit. Yeah, I probably kind of went overboard on the filing. What I should have done was I should have taken a Sharpie and just marked where I needed to remove, and did that. So I did it on both sides. Needed to do it on both sides, and also I also did, check this out right here. So this mount right here, see how I sort of filed this mount as well towards the outside of the car, so that way this right here could scoot in towards the center of the car, so it gives me a little more clearance right here. So hopefully that will work. So I haven't tightened it down yet, obviously, but I just want to show you guys that. So yeah, so I did on both sides. Let's go to this side and see that. This side as well. Screw all the way back. You just look at the other space right here, but on this side it's tight, so it's right up against the that little top of the strut right there. And this one is actually good. It's right there touching this one. Filed a little bit too much there. This side it seemed to be pretty good right here too. So possibly I didn't even need to file this one, but I did anyways. So yeah, so I need to put everything back, and once I have everything back, I can show you guys. Hopefully that wire right there is clear. I mean, I haven't put it back yet, so I don't know, but I think it is. It's just enough to clear it. If it gives me like a couple millimeters, that's all I need. That's all you really need, is a couple millimeters. 1 millimeter might not be enough, I think, because as a car, as you're cornering and stuff hard and hitting bumps, there'll be a little flex right there, a little bit of movement, and it could still rub. So I think a couple millimeters should be good. All right, so stay tuned. I'm gonna tighten this up and get back to you guys. Alright, so everything's buttoned up, tighten up. I'm looking at the gap here and see if you guys can see my fingers too there. So you can kind of see my fingers there, right? It's just barely there. There's a little bit of gap. It's less than, I think it's less than a millimeter. It looks like it's maybe half a millimeter. So I'd rather, this thing is not, this thing is not, not very, it has a little bit of wiggle room. So if I push all the way to this side, it'll definitely touch. But if I push it all the way to that side, there's like almost 2 millimeters of gap right there. But if I just kind of leave it relaxed like that, that's about half a millimeter in space. As far as filing the hose here, I can't go any further than I already am. So the only thing I could do now with more is if I go back to this mount right here and file that some more, so that way I could push this bracket more towards the middle of the car. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Let's do that, so that way I have a little bit more of a gap here, instead of half a millimeter. Hopefully I could get like maybe at least a millimeter, if not 2. Other things too, is you have to loosen up the 3 bolts. This one right here, this one right here, and the one down towards the bottom right there. You see that one? So you notice how you see the original impression. I can't focus. Come on, focus. So you see the original impression towards the upper part, or the inside of towards the middle of the center of the car. So actually I scooted this bracket, towards that way too. So that way this whole piece is scooted towards the center of the car, so it gives you more clearance here. But anyways, so yeah, so I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna file this one more time, and that's all I could do now. Otherwise, it is what it is. I can't do nothing else. But at least it's not it's not a hard, it's not like a hard press on it like it was before. Before it was like press on hard, and that's not good, because the vibration and everything it'll rub, like this, the way it is. It's not really touching right now, so whatever, when it does move a little bit, the rubbing is not, it's not forced, so it's not there's not really any pressure on it, so it doesn't really have the same wear if it did have pressure behind it. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching.